We are around our dining room table with our resident chef, Dumi, and our guest chef, Akhona Swazi. Now, what I love about Akhona is that she has taken South African favorites as we are celebrating Africa Day, and you've elevated it, added your own twist. So can you just tell us what was on the menu?
So today on the menu, we had these beautiful chicken hearts. They were, marinated in a little bit of chutney, and also we tossed up some peppers and onions, and then it's served on a bed of pap, right? And then the next dish, it is our boerewors sliders on a magwinya, right? So instead of making like, donuts or beignets, we wanted to take it back home, and we served it up on magwinyas. And also it's served with the side of chakalaka as well, which is another South African favorite. And then the last dish over here, it is the oxtail. I see you. It is the oxtail and also our beautiful crickets.
Utumi hasn't started. She hasn't stopped. So I'm just going to get run in as well. I'm going to start with the chicken hearts. I love myself some chicken hearts and giblets. I mean, it just reminds me of growing up at home. And when it comes to thinking about what makes this truly special for you, not only as an African, but being able to celebrate it with food.
Yeah. Definitely, and also with family, being able to connect and talk about, how, long your day was or how great your day was, and just, trying to relax with family and connecting through food.
Definitely, Balisa. And one thing I can definitely say here is this oxtail tastes amazing. It is fall off the bone, Balisa, those flavors that are in there. And I'm going into those croquettes that we made a little earlier. I'm seeing the biltong in there, that beautiful brown from the biltong. I'm seeing the cheese that we got in there. One bite,
heavenly.
I'm sold. I'm sold. It is divine. The flavor of the biltong works so well with the flavor of the oxtail itself, actually. Beautiful.
And it's my turn with the chicken hearts. I mean, we've been coming through with the heart pan throughout the show, so hopefully this makes its way to my heart.
While she does that, can I ask you to pass me some of those hearts as well?
Alrighty.
This is delicious. Chef, I love the fact that you added in chutney. I can taste it. The fact that we marinated that the hearts in the chutney made all the difference. I thought it was going to be super spicy, super hot, not at all. The sweetness of that chutney definitely balances those flavors.
Yeah. So you want that contrast, you want that sweet and that spicy, because, I mean, you don't want to eat anything bland, right? So you want that pop of flavor in your mouth, and I think this is what we got.
Definitely, Palisa. And I love the fact that we've got the chutney there, we've got the biltong there, you've got the salty sweet. Even on a plate, it all works perfectly together.
Now, this is how we decided to celebrate our South African spirit and Africa Day. This is what was important to us, and this is what we had to have on our menu, which leads us to what I asked you on social media, which is how do you celebrate your own heritage or your own cultural flavor taste on social media? We've got Upriona Naidu, who says, I love sheep brain and tongue braised with spices and onions. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Hashtag Afternoon Express, hashtag Africa Day 2021. How delicious does that sound?
Balisa, it sounds amazing. And most people don't even know that you can eat brains and tongue. Actually makes me think of something called sweetbreads as well that would work so perfectly in these kind of recipes we have today. But Balisa, since we're talking about Africanness, it just makes me think of something. There's this poem that I love that celebrates us as Africans. And I'm going to take just an excerpt from it. I'm going to go into my inner self here and go deep into the roots. I am an African. I owe my being to the hills and the valleys, the mountains and the glades, the rivers, the deserts, the trees, the flowers, the seas and the ever-changing seasons that define our face of the native land. My body has frozen in the frosts and in the latter-day snows. It has thawed in the warmth of our sunshine and melted in the heat of the midday sun. The crack and the rumble of the summer thunders lashed by startling lightning have been a cause of both trembling and of hope. The fragrances of nature have been as pleasant to us as the sight of the wild blooms of the citizens of the veldt. I am an African, Balisa.
That was beautiful.
How moving. Dumi, what you did here to me, it just shows how we are able to celebrate. I mean, we spoke about celebrating with art, we spoke about celebrating with food, with fashion, and now we see ourselves celebrating being African through the written word. I think that those words by, if I'm not mistaken, Ubab Thabo Mbeki, he definitely wrote and put his all into each and every word, so emotive, making me so proud to be African. Hearing a piece like that, what does that bring to you? What does that do to your your heart?
It touches my heart, obviously, because it's written by a South African. It's written by someone who's gone through the struggle. And in some ways, you can also envision the passion that they had, which you will relate to, because you're also African and you're also quite passionate. So it is heartwarming to hear something so beautiful being recited, and you did it so well.
Thank you very much. I had to follow in very, very, very hectic footsteps there, so I'm glad I was able to deliver the message of love. And because that's what Africanness is about, love, ubuntu, uthando, you know?
I'm just going to come in here with, as we're talking about ubuntu, nothando, and love. I love amagwinya, and I do love this boerewors. I'm going to try have this all in my mouth. If I fail here, I do not want to be trending for the wrong reason.
That looks delicious.
Girl, let me tell you something. Me, like I do run away from carbs, but this is a carb I'm happy to enjoy and celebrate tonight. I love the fact that that doughiness that you spoke about, that bounce back that igwinya lakho has to have. I'm experiencing it, I'm enjoying it. This is quite traditional ekasi in the townships. This is what you get.
Yeah. It's almost like a reinvented kasi, you know, version of amagwinya, akota, and all of these things. So now we just, you know, did it in a quick way, and it turned out perfectly.
Another thing that I love about Afternoon Express and the way we're able to connect and bond with our viewers is that we also stream online on YouTube. And girl, your people have come through for you. Please, may you give a huge shout out to all of your students who are watching right now. They are flooding your comments. Just give them a wave and a young kiss.
See you in class tomorrow.
See you in class tomorrow. And just like that, thank you so much for bringing your expertise on the loft. So happy Africa Day. Happy Africa Day, Dumi.
Happy Africa Day to you, beautiful ladies, and to the rest of our viewers.
Absolutely. Now, we're going to be continuing on the theme of all things Africa on our Thursday Afternoon Express Cook-Along and Masterclass, where we have Zim, raised, born and bred Tapiwa, who's going to be showing us some Zim flair. But from us here on Afternoon Express, we say good night, stay safe, and happy eating.
Bye.